So the reason, if you haven't already guessed, that things will look and sound potentially a little different is that I've got a new camera. I've changed cameras. Regular viewers will know the GoPro 9 that I had has just been a bit of a nightmare. Between the GoPro and the GoPro Volta battery powered handle that it sits on, just became increasingly unreliable and frustrating, and I finally reached the end of my tether, and what I've bought is a DJI Osmo Action 4, very similar to a GoPro but with a few key differences which I'll come back to later. So what finally prompted me to swap from GoPro? Well, basically the camera has this known fault where it suddenly turns off power, switches itself off, despite maybe having 50% or more in the battery, just switches off. And to help overcome this, what I'd actually done, I'd bought a GoPro Volta battery powered handle, which is supposed to give 3 or 4 times the battery power, but that equally has its own issues, and I'm on warranty replacement number 4, and that failed about 3 weeks ago in the same way as the others did, where the connecting lead just fails. So the unit is charged up but it won't charge the camera because the USB lead just stops working. I think it's always stretched because of the GoPro design, and we just break internally, that's what it seems like. And that was over 100 quid, and paying £100 for something to overcome a failing of GoPro, it's a tad annoying. The running out of battery thing, it was cured for a while. A bit of internet sleuthing revealed that changing the memory card to a totally new one for some reason seemed to have stopped the problem happening, but only for a while, then it creeps back again. Reformatting the memory card doesn't do it, just changing it. You can't keep changing the memory cards every few weeks for a brand new one just to overcome that problem. Why should it even be there? So I know, so that's a little bit of a rant over. GoPro in the bin. Basically I lost confidence in the brand. There's actually a new GoPro model just come out, and I was momentarily swayed to buy another one, but then I thought, do you know, why should I? I've kind of lost confidence in that brand. By their nature, they are thrown around a little bit, they get heavy use, but they are action cameras, and all the issues I've had seem to be software related, one way or another, have to be, not physical. So after looking around, I opted to change to the DJI Osmo Action 4. Very similar look to the GoPro physically. So what I bought was the DJI Adventure Pack, and it actually comes with an extending selfie stick which goes huge. I'll show you in a bit. It's like having a mini drone, and it also comes with a battery holder, charger unit, and 3 Adventure long life batteries. So in total, in theory, it should give me potentially something like 6 hours of battery charge, which surely should be more than enough. And also it all charges off USB-C, so quite. The other reason for buying the DJI Osmo is that it's considerably easier for it to use for sound purposes, external microphones. So I do happen to have some external microphones which I use on the phone for podcasts and things, which I think are going to be suitable for the DJI. So I've literally not tried anything like that yet. I've not even actually studied the instruction book. I've literally took it out of the box, brought it out on the ride. I've hardly changed any of the settings yet. Couldn't actually work out how to do all of them. So what I could find, I've moved to be something similar-ish to what I used to use on the GoPro. So we'll see how they work out. So it's a bit of an educated guess. With the GoPro, it did take me a while to get it dialed in between different settings, screen size and so on, as to how I like the footage to be. So we might have to have some minor tweaks over coming weeks. One of the conflicting comments I'd seen when researching which camera to buy was wind noise, sound quality, and it seemed to be a bit of a mixed bag. Some people reckon that out the box the DJI was better than the GoPro, and some figured the other way around. Certainly the GoPro struggled with wind noise on the bike for sure, but I cured that by fitting a foam cover around the outside of it. So I have actually ordered one of those for the DJI, but it will be a couple of weeks before it's here, I think. So at the moment what you're hearing is straight from the camera with no foam. I just bumped into an old friend of mine, saw him outside his house, not seen him for years. I've lost the thread of what I was talking about now, don't know what I've told him, what I haven't. So the other reason I say for buying the DJI was to improve the sound quality. So once I got the foam cover fitted, that should be good. Should get it back to the same standard as the GoPro, but also it's considerably easier to use external microphones which I can clip onto myself. So I've got this Bluetooth one, so if I'm riding with Ian, for example, we can each have a microphone on. So I know my good friend Ride with Roy is using this same camera, and he's using his with a double microphone setup with Wendy. So I should look forward to experimenting with that. But so far so good. As I say, I've literally not watched anything back yet, so if you get to see this, it means I'm at least broadly happy with it. And he's just straight out of the box. Changed a couple of minor settings based upon roughly what I knew from the GoPro before. I'm out on some tracks around town now, some cycle paths. I'm going to go through town, then out along the canal. So when I get out there, I shall show you the extending selfie stick, because that should allow me to get really creative, I think. So heading back off-road now. This will test the stabilisation of a DJI. I think it's quite rough here. I'm going to fix you onto the handlebars. So one of the reasons I got this camera in this kit is it's got this extending selfie stick. Let me show you. You won't see what I'm doing at the moment, but I'm just extending the whole thing to see how far away we can get. We can get to there, look. I think being able to get to be that far away could lend itself to all sorts of creative video, different angles. Apparently, somewhere in the software for this, I've not used it yet, and I found it when I was looking for the camera, is it's got this tool which removes the selfie stick if you can see it. So for example, if it was like this, which I think you should be able to see that selfie stick, there's some software that helps you remove it. So for example, I'm on this little private track now, and selfie stick's out in front. So it kind of looks like I've got a little bit of a drone thing going on in front of me, where I'm actually recording off the selfie stick. Obviously you wouldn't want to ride with this quite a few choices really. So I'm looking forward to learning a new camera. I don't know about you, but always good to learn new things, use different technologies. So whilst it's not wildly different to the GoPro, it certainly does have a few key differences. Check these out, look. I know, I can put you into that bush of berries using the selfie stick. Hold the line caller. So if you actually get to see this footage, then I must have been broadly happy with it. Of course, as always, when you buy technology, you're always waiting for the newest, latest, greatest thing. And annoyingly, a few days after I'd ordered this, the new DJI Osmo Action 5 was announced. That's mildly annoying, isn't it? So I find myself along the canal. It certainly is a beautiful September day. I've got a few days off coming up soon, so that will give me the chance to get out on my bike and to fiddle with the camera and learn the settings a little bit more. So on that note, if you see this footage, it's turned out reasonably okay, and hopefully I shall see you again in a week or so's time. See you soon. Thanks as always. Bye for now.